Welcome, Baltz families, to this week's Sunday Storytime. Get ready to mark your calendars with this week's news and coming events, which will be followed by a news story for the week. Can't wait to find out what it is. And the final segment will be our Mindful Minute with Mrs. Papa. Stay tuned. In this week's events at Baltz, Wednesdays are for asynchronous assignments. Students will complete assignments given by their teachers while they are at home. Some students might Zoom with their teachers or support staff. Regular on-campus or online schedules are for Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday and Friday, while Wednesdays are at home for everyone.
Los miércoles son para asignaciones asincrónicas. Los estudiantes completarán las tareas asignadas por sus maestros mientras están en casa. Algunos estudiantes pueden acercarse con los maestros o el personal de apoyo. Los horarios regulares en el campus o en línea son para lunes, martes, jueves y viernes.
Classes resume on Monday, November 30th. See you then.
Nos vemos pronto. Clases resumen el día 30 de noviembre.
Good evening, Baltz families. Welcome to another episode of Sunday Storytime. My name is Miss Trey, and tonight I will be reading The True Story of the Three Little Pigs by A.Wolf. Everybody knows the story of the three little pigs, or at least they think they do. But I'll let you in on a little secret. Nobody knows the real story because nobody has ever heard my side of the story. I'm the wolf, Alexander T. Wolf. You can call me Al. I don't know how this whole big bad wolf thing got started, but it's all wrong. Maybe it's because of our diet. Hey, it's not my fault wolves eat cute little animals like bunnies and sheep and pigs. That's just the way we are. If cheeseburgers were cute, folks would probably think you were big and bad too. But like I was saying, the whole big bad wolf thing is all wrong. The real story is about a sneeze and a cup of sugar. This is the real story. Way back in Once Upon a Time, I was making a birthday cake for my dear old granny. I had a terrible sneezing cold. I ran out of sugar. So I walked down the street to ask my neighbor for a cup of sugar. Now this neighbor was a pig, and he wasn't too bright either. He had built his whole house out of straw. Can you believe it? I mean, who in his right mind would build a house of straw? So, of course, the minute I knocked on the door, it fell right in. I didn't want to just walk into someone else's house, so I called, little pig, are you in?" No answer. I was just about to go home without the cup of sugar for my dear old granny's birthday cake. That's when my nose started to itch. I felt a sneeze coming on. Well, I huffed and I snuffed and I sneezed a great sneeze. And you know what? That whole darn straw house fell down. And right in the middle of the pile of straw was the first little pig, dead as a doornail. He had been home the whole time. It seemed like a shame to leave a perfectly good ham dinner lying there in the straw, so I ate it up. Think of it as a big cheeseburger just lying there. I was feeling a little better, but I still didn't have my cup of sugar, so I went to the next neighbor's house. This neighbor was the first little pig's brother. He was a little smarter, but not much. He had built his house of sticks. I rang the doorbell on the stick house. Nobody answered. I called, Mr. Pig, are you in?" He yelled back, "Go away, Wolf. You can't come in. I'm shaving the hairs on my chinny chin chin." I had just grabbed the doorknob when I felt another sneeze coming on. I huffed and I snuffed and I tried to cover my mouth, but I sneezed a great sneeze. And you're not going to believe it, but this guy's house fell down just like his brother's. When the dust cleared, there was the second little pig, dead as a doornail. Wolf's honor. Now, you know food will spoil if you just leave it out in the open. So I did the only thing there was to do. I had dinner again. Think of it as a second helping. I was getting awfully full, but my cold was feeling a little better, and I still didn't have that cup of sugar from my dear old granny's birthday cake. So I went to the next house. This guy was the first and second pig's little brother. He must have been the brains of the family. He had built his house of bricks. I knocked on the brick house, no answer. I called, Mr. Pig, are you in? And do you know what that rude little porker answered? Get out of here, Wolf, don't bother me again. Talk about impolite. He probably had a whole sack full of sugar. And he wouldn't even give me one little cup from my dear sweet old granny's birthday cake. What a pig. I was just about to go home and maybe make a nice birthday card instead of a cake when I felt my cold coming on. I huffed, and I snuffed, and I sneezed once again. Then the third little pig yelled, and your old granny can sit on a pin. Now, I'm usually a pretty calm fellow, but when somebody talks about my granny like that, I go a little crazy. When the cops drove up, of course I was trying to break down this pig's door. And the whole time I was huffing and puffing and sneezing and making a real scene. The rest, as they say, is history. The news reporters found out about the 2 pigs I had for dinner. They figured a sick guy going to borrow a cup of sugar didn't sound very exciting. So they jazzed up the story with all that huff and puff and blow your house down and made me the big bad wolf. That's it, the real story. I was framed. But maybe you could loan me a cup of sugar? Thank you for watching, and don't forget to tune in next week for another episode of Sunday Storytime. Bye!
Good evening, Vaults Bears, and welcome back to another segment of Mindful Minute. This evening, we're going to be practicing a mindful breathing technique called rainbow breathing. When we practice breathing exercises, we want to remember to focus all of our attention on our breath. We want to push all of our other thoughts away. We don't want to think about what happened yesterday or what might happen tomorrow. We want to just focus on the present, just focus on our breath. Now, let's give rainbow breathing a try. So, get comfy where you are, sit up nice and tall. You can keep your eyes closed if you'd like, or you can leave them open. Just have fun with this. So what I would like you to do is put your arms at your sides, give them a little shake, then open and close your hands a few times, just to relax yourself. And then what we're going to do when we do rainbow breathing is we're going to bring our arms up over our head when we breathe in, when we inhale, and then we're going to bring them down when we exhale, when we breathe out. We're going to match our breathing to our movements. Arms up as you breathe in. And arms down as you breathe out. If you need another breath at any time, go ahead and take one. Arms up as you breathe in. Take a long, deep exhale. And arms down as you exhale. Let's take 2 more rainbow breaths. Breathe in as your arms go up, and exhale as your arms go down. Breathe in with your arms going up, and breathe out as you bring your arms down. Rainbow breathing can help us feel more calm, alert, and in control. I hope you enjoyed the rainbow that you created. If you ever feel like your thoughts are moving too quickly or you just need a break, try rainbow breathing. Focusing on our breathing can help us slow down and regroup. Remember, we can use our bodies to change how we feel. See you next time.
Hey guys, it's Miss Persani. Don't forget to like and share this video, and also make sure you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss another episode. Thanks for watching, and don't forget, you rock!